Okay, this is Algebra Lesson 2.1, and we're going to talk about real numbers, and this is a meteorology map, and you can see the temperatures here. We have 49.5, 49.7, 48.8, 42.2, 50.7, 50.5, 48.3. In America, in the winter, we have negative numbers when it goes below zero. So a map could have positive numbers like all of these, or a map could have negative numbers. And here is a meteorology map where it's using Celsius, but you can see that the negative numbers are up there circled at negative 18.1 C and 24.7 degrees Celsius. So real numbers can be shown on a real number line, and you might have positive, negative, or zero. So here's the zero. It's not positive nor negative. To the left of the zero right here are the negative numbers, and to the right of the zero are positive. And of course, zero is in the middle. DOJ, for example. Okay, so on a number line, when someone says to graph the number, it means to place the a dot, the point where the number would go is called graphing the number, and the visual representation with the dot on the line is called the graph of the number. And notice on the number line that everything is equally spaced. Okay, they don't the range here doesn't change between numbers. It's all, in this case, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. It stays the same.
No, and added it's pretty certain she was hacked.
Yeah, and there are fingerprints that they can see if it was hacked. But I don't want to do speculation, Rosen, tonight. When you get who's hacked it and what they got, then that's going to be huge. And we appreciate it very much, as always. Now let's go to Ed Henry, who's also in Washington this evening. He's following the email situation. So what's going on in that precinct, Henry?
Bill, a couple of major developments, and here's why it matters. Number one, we're hearing tonight that as the FBI sifts through some of the emails on Anthony Weiner's laptop, that some of them, in fact, connect between Hillary Clinton and Huma Abedin. Why is that significant? Last weekend, when this story broke about James Comey sort of renewing this, the Clinton camp tried to spin it and say, this is just Huma's emails, nothing to do with Hillary Clinton, and it's probably...
Oh, I didn't know that the sound was on, sorry. Scale marks on the real number line are equally spaced. So you can see there, they're equally spaced. They represent integers. An integer is either positive, negative, or zero. Zero and the positive numbers are also called whole numbers. So if you were to graph, let's say negative 2, 0, and 3 on a number line, it would look something like what's down here. We would have the negative 2 right here, and that is 2 spots, 2 units left of 0. We would plot the 0 right here, and then the positive number 3 is right here, and it is 3 units, 1, 2, 3, from 0. And on a number line, everything that is to the left of 0 is smaller than the numbers to the right of 0. Those numbers are bigger. So the farther you go this way, the smaller they get. The farther you go this way, the bigger you get. So as you know, in math, we can have a sign, a dash that represents subtraction, or we can have a dash that represents a negative number. So if you look down here at this number line, we have an equation here, negative 2 minus negative 3 equals 1, and it shows they moved the negative 2 is right there, and negative 3 is right there, and so here we had the negative signs the subtraction sign, negative signs up here, you can see that going backwards from 5 is negative, going negative 2 this way. And if I had this equation, 5 minus 2 on a number line, you would rewrite it as 5 plus negative 2, and you would start with a 5, and then you would move the 2 negative 2, and your answer is going to be 3. So if you were asked to graph negative 4, negative 5 on a number line, we would see here that negative 5 is right there, the negative 4 is right there, and I could then say negative 4 is less than, negative 5 is less than negative 4 because it's farther left, so it's a smaller number. Negative 4 is greater than negative 5 because it is closer going to the right. So if you're asked to compare integers, and let's say you have negative 6 and 2, which one of these signs would you use to go right here? Is negative 6 greater than or less than negative 2? Well, we know that negative 6 is farther left on a number line, so the answer that would go there is negative 6 is less than negative 2. What about 2 and negative 3? Which symbol would you put for that one? And I would hope that you would put 2 is greater than negative 3. Negative 3 is less than 2 because we know that 2 is farther on the number line that way and negative 3 is farther this way. And then when we go this way, it's less. And so what about 5 and 7? How would you do that? Well, 5 is less than 7. 7 is greater than 5. They're both positive, except the 5 is closer than the 7, so it's less than. So what if you were asked to graph on a number line negative 0.8 and 4 over 7? How would you do that? Well, sometimes it's easier when you work with fractions to first convert the fraction to a decimal. So we would do that right here. We would take the 4 divided by 7 equals 0.57. And then now it'll be easier for us to plot it. So if we were going to plot now this number and this number on our line, we would have the 4/7. We know 0.51, so we'll just make a mark right there and say that's where that one is. And negative 0.8, well, I didn't draw my line big enough, but it would be somewhere over here. And so you can see which number is bigger. Well, it's going to be the 0.57. And your assignment is on page 68 to 70, so write that page number on your assignment. Numbers 20 through 22, 27 through 30, 41 through 43, 48, 49, 57 through 62, 69 through 71, and 73 through 79.